Hi guys, my name is Ailes Alien, the Irish Panda Queen, and today I'm bringing you to Amsterdam 2022. Yep, you heard me, 2022. It's been a while since this has been recorded, so bear with me. But it was my first ever solo trip post-lockdown. Like, it was my first ever solo trip as well. But like, just to be able to go out of the country and explore. I went to Amsterdam for a week with the idea of going to Twitchcon, but everything else was completely spontaneous. I didn't look into anything before I went. When I was waiting in the airport, there was a girl that I used to live with in college, and she goes, "Oh my god, I'm in Amsterdam too. That's wild." I was like, okay, when I land, let's meet up. So she was going to the Wander Museum with her friend. So I said, I'll tag along. Absolute spontaneous behavior. But as you can see, this place is like, if you're an Instagram girly, like this is your dream place, I can imagine. Like, but it was so much fun. It taught me a lot though about angles and like posing and just different things for just creating content. It taught me a lot, and like how comfortable I am in front of the camera, because if you ever saw any footage or vlogs that I did before Amsterdam, it would have been all like just me not being in front of the camera at all. So this is like, this footage that you're seeing here is just me like trying to get used to like being in front of the camera and just like having fun, being confident as well. And this place definitely made me feel really comfortable. There was obviously a lot of different props that we had a laugh with, and honestly I actually would go back again. I do know there's a lot of these places in Europe, so I definitely love to see if I'm in any European cities from this point onwards, like if there's any Wander experiences. But we went to Pink Beach afterwards, which is part of the Wander experience, and it's kind of hidden in the back, but we got these lovely themed drinks, and they were just absolutely stunning. I'm not wearing any makeup and I regretted it so much, but now looking back, I think I kind of slayed. I ended up picking up my TwitchCon tickets after that, and then I went on a train straight to Rotterdam. And as you can see, the station there looks like something from Star Trek. The buildings, the architecture in Rotterdam, like, look at those buildings. Incredible. That evening I ended up meeting up with Jess and Ellen again, and we ended up going to a karaoke bar. Again, spontaneous. Like I said, lads, I didn't make any plans. I was like, I'm going to TwitchCon, and that's it. So here we are at TwitchCon. Just in case you didn't know it was TwitchCon that you were walking into, there's signs everywhere that say TwitchCon, like everywhere. But yeah, like just going in, the stuff that they had just set up, there was a DJ in the middle, there was live music outside, there was tournaments going on, there was competitions, there was talks about upgrading your cosplay, there was like little sets for like the boys, for example. Like, obviously Prime and Twitch are one and the same. There's my little outfit look there. I was very proud of it. There's Twitch Rivals as well. The queue to go into that place was insane. We actually just snuck in at the end when it was all over. But honestly, really good day one. There's me like in my confined space in the hostel, and I decided that evening to go to a karaoke bar with Baldy and his friends again, and I no footage of that. There's no footage of that. Day 2 of TwitchCon. So this is day 3, but this is day 2 of TwitchCon. Slayed with the outfit, I think. Honestly, I was really happy with that. I don't care what anyone says. We went to the cosplay competition. Now, I showed up to the cosplay competition thinking, yeah, look. But look at these! These streamers, right? These are all streamers, by the way. They all built these costumes on stream. So the judges, like, were keeping an eye on the Twitch streams as well to see the process and how everything was made. And it was really inspiring. Like, I'm a cosplayer myself, but not to this detail, not to these lengths. Like, hours and hours and hours, a lot of money. It's incredible. But see this, the Cinderella dress, speechless, absolutely speechless. Like, it actually has me stop. Like, I'm stuck for words. But yeah, there's the winners of the cosplay competition, and he got his sweets. That's why he came to TwitchCon, just to get a bag of sweets, to be honest. Got a little bit of food afterwards with Baldy again and friends. And by the way, his name's Too Baldy for cosplay, so that's why I call him Baldy. We went and had a look at little different scenic routes. See these stairs? Do you realise the amount of stairs I had to climb to get to my room every single time I wanted to go back to my room? there's just so many stairs. Amsterdam, they don't tell you about the amount of stairs, but there's so many. Day 4, 5, I don't even know what day it is. I went to the Moco Museum. So there was the Banksy exhibit, and then there was all these visual parts. This is the Moco Museum itself, but there was a Banksy exhibit happening at the same time. And it was being in there, it was just really cool. The visuals, the art, absolutely incredible. I definitely recommend. I got to go to a lot of these places for free because I got an Amsterdam card, which is what you pay for before you go. I paid for the week, so I had the metro for free, and the museum visits were all included on this card. So I definitely recommend that. The Moco Museum was right beside the Hard Rock Cafe, so I went in and got myself an ice cream because, lads, the heat, 35 degrees, which was absolutely insane. I'm not used to it. This is like a little place that I went and got food with one of the people that was staying with me in the hostel. Like I said, absolutely spontaneous, lads. I didn't know anyone when I went over, and it was just pure random spontaneous visits to different places that I'd never been before, and I was just taking the whole thing in. I just turned to someone and go, what are you up to for today? And they're like, oh, we're going to the Ryuk Museum. All right, I'll go with you and see what happens. But this place, I just walked into the shop while they were looking at clothes in a clothes shop. So there's me in the clothes shop with them. But I went in next door and just had a look at all the Lego, and it was absolutely incredible. They all decided, let's go to the Ryuk Museum. I was like, class, let's go. The Ryuk Museum was honestly, like, there's no words. There's no amount of time that anyone has to be able to go over the whole Ryuk Museum in the amount of time that we had, but there was so much to see. The Ryuk Museum, you needed nearly a week to go around the Ryuk Museum and really take everything in. There was just so many incredible pieces in there. There was a library there as well, and when you stood in, like, there was a airtight door, so you couldn't say anything when you went in. Everything had to be everyone had to be like super quiet. And then there was all of these little miniatures as well. The detail, again, the art. There was like a little music part as well. So there was, of course, the violin. Look at it. Incredible. Like the detail. I'll keep saying it, lads. The absolute detail. Look, I go zoomies. So that painting there is called The Month of July, which I thought was very fitting. So I ended up getting it as a postcard and getting my two lovely Australian roommates to sign it as like a little physical memory of the occasion and us hanging out together and get breakfast. It was really, really nice. And they were doing a whole tour of Europe, which was really, really cool. So I hope they enjoyed themselves. There's the hostel that I was staying in. The nightlife was absolutely class. But unfortunately, on the last day, poor Ailes caught something and she was ill. So bloody ill. But I somehow managed to make it to the train station and somehow made it home. But I really enjoyed myself in Amsterdam. So here I am in 2024, looking a bit different. I will say the highlight of that whole trip is the fact that I went on my own. And I'm not an introverted person. If anything, I'm the absolute opposite. I love talking to people, and that was the big thing for me. Meeting up with, I didn't know anyone who was going to be there when I was going over. Getting to know people that were in my hostel room as well. And there was a different person every night. I stayed for a week. There was a different person there every night. And people from India, there was people from Australia, there was people from Sweden. There was a lot of things I learned about culture, about language, about things people have in their country versus our country. And I feel like any of these conversations wouldn't have happened if I stuck to a group of friends of my own and went over. I genuinely think everyone should travel with people and also travel on their own to different places, because you get to see all the things you want to see as well. If you want to stop for a minute and get a drink somewhere, you can. You're not relying on anyone else, you're not waiting around for anyone else. But also when you're obviously out with your friends, you get to make new memories and stuff like that too. Making this video has been really, really, really fun for me because I hadn't seen any of this footage in over 2 years, and looking back at myself with long hair and the different outfits and everything, I don't know, it's just something that just really made me smile today. So coming up, there'll be Malaga, Dublin Comic Con, Vienna, London, and a few spontaneous trips around Galway as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and comment. And I will see you in the next one. Good luck.